everyone, this is Mama Says, and I'm you, the skeptical viewer, aka Elea.
And I am Darin, creator of EB Hughes and Elea Blake Cosmetics, and welcome to Mama Says.
Yes, she's Mama. So what does Mama say?
Mama says that please don't get stuck in a rut and think that just because you identify with a certain color seasonal base, like summer, that you can't have a certain color hair.
Yeah, I think that's really important because hair color is a big unknown for a lot of people. If they're not me and grow up with a twin who is also experimenting at the same time, they don't really get to see like themselves with a bunch. So like, what would you say is like good advice?
So I think what's really good advice is you could. I like what you said. You could. We were talking about this a little earlier. You know, you guys are so fortunate. You have apps now that you can change out your hair color. So you can play with take a picture of your face and then change out the hair color and see what you think about the different values and colors and so forth. And when I say value, light and dark, like, you know, how does that look on you? Do you look cute in a particular level of lightness? Like my hair is really white right now.
Yeah.
So,
and you look good with contrast. And I was like, oh, well, if you look good with contrast, I thought it was deep color, but it's really contrast.
It's contrast,
and your skin is darker than your hair.
Yes.
So it's like you're not all blah. Because I remember when I was blonde, I felt like I was just kind of flat.
Right.
And they say like true summer is supposed to do like dirty blonde or brown, but I just didn't feel like I had enough depth in that.
Yeah. Well, so here's my philosophy. You know, I've definitely colored my hair. So I have did that for years. And actually, here's a photo of us. So can you guys see that?
Still with short hair.
Yeah, I had short hair, but I used to have really long hair like yours at one time.
Yes, I know.
But when I had them in the hospital, I had them cut it all off. So I had darker hair here, and actually, the dark color that I had there had a red purple base to it. So I always had that like cooler, and it was black. So I dyed my hair very drastically black, but I used a red purple base to it. And that's why Alea's hair works for her, because it's actually a red.
Yeah.
It's a very deep red.
Which would be, you know, a lot of people would consider that brown.
Right.
Yeah, deep reds look brown. So this is my little swatch and it matches, and this is what I gave my amazing hairstylist who was very patient with her high maintenance client. But because I've been dyeing my hair since I was like 14 or something, and I took a really long, I took like 2 or 3 years where I didn't do anything because I just got lazy and I was in college. And through all those different hair dyeing experiences, I kind of knew what direction my hair pulled, and my hairstylist did. So when I was like, please just put like a really dark purple base on there, because I know that's going to want to pull yellow.
Right. And so that's another tip is you know your hair better than anyone. And so definitely find a stylist that you can communicate with, because you know your hair turns a certain color. I mean, mine always used to turn gold, and so
because you're whispering now. Are you telling
I'm whispering?
Us
Why am I whispering? I don't know. Usually I'm so loud. So yes, if you know your hair better than anyone, so definitely go with what you know and ask your stylist to make adjustments to the hair color accordingly. So especially with blondes. So if your hair pulls gold, then you are definitely want to add maybe a dot of purple, just a little bit in that mix, so that it'll counterbalance the goldness in your hair.
I have a question for you, because I don't know, maybe it's just a regional thing, but why do you think blonde is such a popular go-to for people to dye their hair?
That's a good question. And I don't know the answer to that. Maybe it is a regional thing, but maybe it just feels like more acceptable.
I guess.
I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And maybe less scary. But to me, that it's the opposite because, going blonde is such a process. You can't just go there. And if you have, as long as your hair's not naturally blonde, it's going darker is pretty easy.
Yeah, going darker is definitely easier because you're just putting deposit on the hair versus trying to bleach through. And for someone like me, the level of blondness would be this level. Now, this is my natural hair color and it's very white right now. My hair is changing, which is kind of exciting because I used to have darkness.
You actually do have some blonde in there too.
I know, it's so weird. My sister has a blonde, a yellow stripe, and I actually accused her of dyeing her hair. And then she has a pure black stripe. So it's so fun. She has a pure black and a blonde stripe. And my dad has yellow and white, yellow. So it's really fun. But my hair is changing a lot. But what was the question?
Actually, I was going to talk to you. I was going to ask you another question.
Yes.
Because does everyone look good in their natural hair?
So I think that everyone looks cute in the hair that was given them, but I totally understand and respect that people like to change.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. We used to dye your hair fuchsia and I loved it.
Oh my gosh,
I loved
it.
the fuchsia,
Yeah.
but we just couldn't keep it. We could not keep
work.
it, not even for 2 days, but it was beautiful on you. You were really cute.
I'm sure Dad loved it all on the towels and the pillow sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think my natural hair color is like a brown.
Well,
I would say it's kind of
right there. You're a natural color. You pretty much stayed that color for a long time.
Yeah, that's a little lighter. It's more a little deeper than that.
Yeah, you were so cute.
I'm still cute.
You are cute.
But I just didn't I don't hate my natural hair color. I just don't like it as much. It doesn't feel, I was telling my husband, I was I look expensive. This is an expensive hair. So that's why, I feel it's a personality.
Oh, definitely.
Thing.
Yeah. And I think you should totally do whatever your comfort zone is. And sometimes it's fun just to add a few little framing pieces to your, if you really wanted to go all natural just for simplicity reasons, you could add just some lowlights or highlights around your, face.
Or balayage. People love balayage.
Oh gosh, yes. And you could go wild and crazy and put little colors in there if you wanted to.
Oh, we have some clients who do that, and it's great because they'll match their lipstick or eyeshadow too.
Yes, I love that. It's so fun. It's we have a mission. We're gonna match this. It's just, or they know their colors and they take their little swatches. And match
that makes me think of something because those ladies actually have gray hair like you do.
Right.
So what do you think going gray? What would be a good candidate to go gray?
Oh my gosh, isn't everyone a good I don't know. I'm so biased because that's such an unfair question to ask me because I feel a lot of people go gray for many different reasons. Some of them go gray because they want simplicity. Some of them go gray because they don't want to use chemicals on their hair. Some of them go gray because they just want to be more natural, I guess. Not to do with the chemicals or anything. That's how they feel. So, I think everyone should do what they want to do, but I think what I did, and I had this feeling because my hair started to turn gray when I was 18. So I just I kept seeing, I kept having to color my hair every other week. And even when I was doing it myself, it was just a pain in the butt. I just don't like to spend all that time on myself, which is so weird. You'd think I would be so myself, but I'm really not. So I decided to I let all the back go natural first because it was cut, so it was shaved really close anyway. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the way that was, and then I colored all the over top hair, and then I let all the undergrowth go natural, and I kind of just saw what was going on, and that's what spurred me. I was like, I think I'm gonna like it.
Wait, turn around, because the back of your head still kind of darker.
I gotta move. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's good. That's fine.
That's a lot of work.
You're more silver, and up here you're like more like platinum white or platinum.
And I just got this cut. I'm going for a birdie look. Aaliyah hates it, so I'm going for a birdie look. It's really super short. I think it's like
I was trying to be
pandemic hair. I'm going nuts. I just needed something fun.
I was trying to be positive in this episode and not say anything.
Yeah, she really
negative,
hates my
but
hair.
I do dislike
hates
the
it.
hair.
It's like, don't I look like a little bird though? Like,
I just don't understand why that's a good thing.
I don't know. I just thought it was fun.
Birds are beautiful.
I'm going through a phase, all right? Just walk me through it. It'll last for a couple of weeks, and like she hates these little. I always have these little devil ears anyway.
To me, that's the hardest part, though. Like, I mean, hair color is hard, but like style of hair is like, because. I think when women go gray, it makes them look more youthful. But if they get like a certain haircut that doesn't suit them, then that's not necessarily true. I think that's what
she's implying right now.
That's not what I'm saying.
She's like, I hate it.
I don't like it, but that doesn't make you look old. It just makes you look a little crazy, which is like,
I am crazy, so it's like perfect.
I know it's not inaccurate. I'm just trying to we gotta hide it a little bit.
I know. Well, it's fresh, and if anyone's ever had a fresh haircut, then I have a lot of calyx, so when I have a fresh haircut, it's already like a little.
If you have short hair, because my hair just got cut and it looks amazing. Not as good as it looked.
She's not like she doesn't. I worry about her self-esteem, and so we have to go to counseling. We really need to worry about this. I have turned you into a monster, telling you how wonderful you are all the time.
Oh no, I tell myself that. So Chris is like, I can't even give you compliments because you're over there complimenting yourself. I'm like, I know, isn't it great? But yes, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I think we're digressing. So tips. So I mean, if you've had your colors done. Oh,
sorry.
What? Say it.
I was just gonna say.
I'm very excited.
I feel like there's 3 different factors to like deciding your hair. It's like value.
Yes.
Like how light or dark.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No,
I was on a roll.
No,
okay,
go.
Value, color, like the actual shade, which is is there 4? Because then undertone, is that part of color?
Yes.
Undertone of that color. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Okay. And then cut. Wait, did I say that? No. Yes. Cut.
I don't remember. No, she said value. Yeah.
Cut, value, and color.
Cut is always important.
It is important, but
But I don't think it's more important than color. I think color's number one.
Okay,
I think color's number 1.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
because if your color is wrong, like it doesn't matter what your style is. Yeah, because
that's not going to work. It's like having the wrong color foundation. There's nothing that's going to make you look cute. It's just not going to work. Yeah. So color's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Value number 2.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, that's like, and value kind of goes into personality too. Yeah. Because like if you are like
bold and dramatic, then
you can go dark.
Rock the dark hair, the platinum hair, the colorful hair, whatever. But if you're more of a quiet personality, then you may want a level that,
But that's not one of my pet peeves though, because I don't think brown, like people associate brown or natural hair color with like quiet and timid, and I don't think that's necessarily true. No. Like some of those girls are super sassy.
Yes.
And that's what they say, like blondes have more fun, but I'm like, is that true? Because
I don't know.
You know how often they're getting their hair dyed blonde, especially if they're not a natural blonde? It's not fun. In my personal opinion.
Just for that reason alone.
I mean they're worried, they have to worry so much about their hair. Like, because it's going blonde's hard.
It's more work for sure.
Well, it's hard on your hair too. You have to take care of it.
And you know what? Let's just talk. And we're not hairstylists at all. We're just giving all that. We're not hairstylists. I've dabbled in the hair color because I'm a frustrated hairstylist, but not anymore. I've given up. My hairstylist is very happy. Although I did take the scissors to this. Sorry, Rin. But anyway, as I digress, what was I saying?
that you weren't a hairstylist?
No, but before that.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, it was important. It was a balance.
But yeah, and I love blonde hair, and like, if you look good blonde,
Right.
that's great. And some people can look good blonde, but maybe they don't feel like they can because
Oh,
they're...
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I was starting to have like a senior moment, like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about the care and well-being of your hair, because I know that a lot of us are very, we really want that blonde hair, and so we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna keep at it. But I don't think you should at the expense of your hair.
Yeah.
Because I have seen some hair that has been like burnt and melted and super thinning because of all the damage.
Yeah.
It's not good for your hair, and honestly, it's not going to be as cute on you.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be as cute
hard
on
to
you.
accomplish.
If it's that hard to accomplish, maybe you could try a little depth, and you would most likely be quite pleasantly surprised at how cute it is. And don't necessarily give up on having that little bit of depth right away, because if you really have processed your hair for a while, then your core is not going to be correct for a little bit. It's not going to be instant gratification. I don't think when you're trying to make some changes, not necessarily, you may not hit it spot on.
So I have a question for
Yes.
you. Is blonde hair yellow or orange?
Oh, that's a very good question. I actually think it's orange. I think it's a varied hues of orange, because it's our skin. Shall we go to the boards?
We can, but I was gonna say
No,
you
Yeah,
can bring
okay.
it up.
Yeah.
But like, I was gonna say,
But they're not always as cute.
so if you have warmer skin, is that better to go blonde? Because if you have cool skin, you don't really have a yellow in your skin that much anyway.
Yeah, but everybody has. So they're going to be more peachy-ish.
Yeah.
Theirs is going to be more of a reddish blonde, if that makes sense. So these are
Strawberry blonde.
Yeah, which are so cute.
So cute,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, I always wanted.
Of course, you know, a lot of people like want that yellow blonde, and then we're over here like, oh, strawberry blonde.
So this is my color. So I would be a very
Mine too.
yellow blonde. Yeah. Look how gold. You can actually see it in my skin. She has a lighter value. She is a lighter value
I'm
skin,
pale.
I have a lot of color, so you can see it. And then this one, so this we would call
Even when you hold
golden
that
skin.
up, the light is just like totally washing me out because it's like we can't read her anyway.
Because you're fair. You're more
Yes.
fair. So I am considered a golden undertone.
And I am too. So that's yeah.
Right. So my core of my hair, this is like hard to explain. So the core of my hair automatically pulls this gold. And so when I colored my hair, it would enhance that goldness.
Yeah,
to
and that's
it.
why my hair tends to pull yellow or green actually.
Yeah, so it gets really, so for me to soften that, I really need the purple in there. I have to break some of that. Otherwise, my blonde, actually, that's why the blonde never really quite worked for me, because I would have to add so much purple in it, because the contrast would be so same with
Yeah.
me. And I need contrast, so it was like never working, and it just looks so gold. Like it just
Yeah, because
it was
if
just-
and that's the value part
Right.
there. Because it's like if you are blonde and you're like, wow, I need makeup to be seen. Like I don't think that's a good indicator that that's a good color for
Right.
you.
And I did notice that, which is kind of interesting, because when I was coloring my hair blonde, I had to change the amount of makeup I wore. But when I colored my hair black, I could just do even the lightest eye and the signature lip, of course, and then it was fine.
Okay, well then,
That's interesting.
I know I keep badgering you about this,
Yes.
but then I have a question. Like,
But that's kind of
so what
fascinating
about
topic.
when I go gray because I already am going gray. Thanks for your genetics. And it's white. It's like yours.
Yeah, well, it's mine didn't start out white, so.
But mine has.
Yeah, but you
white.
won't be all white. I doubt it.
Yeah, but do you think that it would actually look?
I think you're gonna look adorable.
Thank you.
I mean,
but why? Because like, isn't there not enough contrast there, or?
I think. Well, what do you think this looks like?
I mean, yeah. So maybe it will just, because I'm not white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you're
that's
gonna be fine. Well, and I used to be more fair.
Yeah.
My coloring, I'm stained.
Yeah, well, you like walk out and you get immediate.
I get tan super
I do not.
easy.
I get burnt. I'm a little burnt red
You
baby.
get burnt?
Yes.
I don't know where you get that from, because we have the same
Dad.
undertone.
I get it from Dad.
Yeah, but he's not the same undertone. Well,
I know,
we'll
but
talk
it doesn't
about this
matter.
later. But so it takes a lot for me to get burnt. If I go to Florida and I don't put sun protection on, then I'm definitely going to get burnt. But I can also wear a very strong sun protection, like a 30, and I will not get burnt. I'll just get tan. Like, I still tan.
Oh, wait a minute, because not everyone looks good with contrast.
Exactly.
You didn't say that though. I
sorry.
forgot about that. I was like,
I thought we had already said that.
some people look good in a more monochrome look.
And that is, okay, so that's kind of the interesting thing about color in general, and even doing analysis. And I had a client yesterday that I was really fascinated with, because she didn't hit the normal
Values?
well, she didn't hit the kind of what I guess you might call the rule of thumb. Like, she looked really good in moderate tones that had a lot of energy to them, and also a little bit deeper with a little energy, but she did not look as cute in the light colors, which that's usually doesn't happen. Usually someone that can wear a lot of color, in chroma, can also wear lighter colors, like bright colors, and it was interesting. So I found that really fascinating. So that was something that was a little different. But if you are someone that can wear a lip color that has a lot of punch to it, and you can really, really rock it out, and it's so easy for you, then you probably are someone that needs contrast.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you're someone that whenever you try to wear a color with a lip color with a little punch to it, and it just doesn't feel quite right, even if it's your very best undertone, it just doesn't feel quite right, then maybe you are someone that needs less contrast.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's probably a good way to figure it out.
and
I would go with, if you lip colors for sure.
I know. So that's. I mean, okay. I love wearing like more nude-ish tones, but mine typically tend to be deeper. I guess, okay. And then when I do
She
something
does
that
look
is
really
more
good with
in
deep.
my tone, like I might like it, but it's not always the best.
Like, I can wear brighter lips than you,
Yeah.
but you can wear deeper lips.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like, just because I like a lighter color that's kind of bright doesn't mean it's my best. Like, because I can look at it and I'll be like, oh, I love this, but it's not my very best, So that's different too. Like, if you put on a bright lipstick and you're just not comfortable with bright lipsticks, like, try to look at objectively.
Yes. Yeah. Don't think of yourself as yourself. Think of yourself as your best friend, because that way you could be very, nicely critique, not mean. Love yourself.
A
love
nice
yourself.
best friend.
And very nice best friend.
So like a Darin.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so like that's when, and if you look at your skin, you see you have a lot of yellow, that might be a good thing for color. So you'll know that you can do a little warmer in there, which sounds weird because I was just talking about how I mean, I have really warm skin, but I don't like blonde colors or the yellow.
Yeah,
that
so
pulls.
explain what you're saying, because I actually thought she was cute as a blonde.
I just didn't prefer it.
Yeah,
it's a
because
personality
I thought she was
thing.
cute as a blonde.
I like the darker hair because I think it's more dramatic
Now we're really getting to the heart of it. The artist in her. I want drama.
I do. I want drama. I like being, having that darkness because I like black shoes. I love dark pants, or bright ones. I like having.
Both of us like grounded thing. Like we both like deep. I've noticed that even about myself. Like I like pops of color. I like to be grounded as well.
Yes.
And that is a personality thing.
And I think that's why True Summer never resonated with me, because it was like, get rid of black, and I was like, no.
You know what? And for all you color lovers out there, I will now stand on the record saying that everyone can wear black. You just have to make sure you wear your particular value of black.
Yes.
Well, and I do think that you should never get rid of your black objects, your objects, like your kind of your clothing that you like, because I feel like
staples.
Black is your staples. But when I do the analysis that we do with EBUs, I have seen people that do not, and that doesn't mean black, it just means dark. So there are some people that do not look as cute with a lot of like really dark colors. It doesn't matter what color it is. It could be black, it could be a very dark blue, it could be a really dark
like
green.
A neutral gray or a pure white.
A little bit lighter, a little stand up, like a charcoal could look absolutely delicious. And it's really fun when I test the clients when we're working through this process, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised. Like, and sometimes they surprise me too, which I think is so fun. That's what I like, what I do, because
I love how I have
find
no
all new
neutrals
things.
in mine. I'm just like, because I was really like, that's another thing. I was like, I'm not going to buy anything black anymore, and I haven't.
I try really hard. This is a really old top, but I do find that I do see, like, talk about contrast. I like this contrast. I like the idea of this really brilliant blue popping against this.
Yeah,
I do. I like that.
I mean, I love black. I don't want to buy anything new because I can get, like, my hair color is a brown, but it looks black. Anyway, I just wanted to try it with color.
Technically, your hair color is a red.
Yes.
I mean, and technically. Now we're just going to argue now.
I'm not arguing with you. I just agreed with you.
Yeah.
I am being very congenial.
You are. What's going on? Are you sick?
No.
So I don't know. What were we? Did we cover everything we needed to cover?
Okay, so we said, what about style? Like, how would you choose your best style?
Well, since I'm still working on mine pretty hair, let's see. So
is it just experimenting?
I think experimenting is important. I do think a close personality. I do think a close relationship with your stylist is good. Get their
facial structure. That's a hard one because I've tried.
I was taught this trick
times.
like a million years ago at like a feng shui hair class that I attended, which I thought was amazing. And the gentleman who taught us, and I really wish that I could remember his name, he did this little trick where you start at like the top where your hair grows, your beginning, and you make levels. So like he says, like, that's a bang, so that could be a level. And then you take that same amount, and then that could be another level. And my hairstylist has me perfect. Look at that.
You could try wigs like Mora.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And like that would be a level. And then you just bring it all the way down. And I actually play with that little technique, with my clients.
What are you supposed to do with the levels?
You can make layers with those levels, and I think there's a lot of truth to it.
I mean, I think that's right.
Yeah,
because that's what I do.
I mean, it's line,
your cheekbones.
It's line, proportion, and balance. So you have to. I mean, it's a very easy artistic way of, almost like when you dress. So that's another subject, but like that's the whole mannequin thing, the 8 parts.
Well, and like the person that I know who best, like, because most dramatic, because she used to have really pretty long hair like mine, and also I think her hair was like, it wasn't thin, how do you say, it's fine, yeah, so it like didn't have a whole bunch of body. And I think when that's the case, anything with fine hair, if it gets too long, it tends to look weighed down and it doesn't want to do anything. So she cut it to her jawline, and I mean, she did it, a hair stylist did, and she did like different parts in it, and oh my, she looks so cute now.
Oh,
like,
I love that.
like a little pixie, you know, and it's like, but it's not a pixie haircut, but yeah, and so it's like figuring out where those lines are and what your hair quality
Right,
is.
like when you say hair quality, like is it thick? Is it fine? Does it have
Does it like to be
body
styled?
to it?
Like is it easy to style?
yeah.
Because my hair is not easy to style. Like I had a faux hawk, and like I didn't even have to put stuff in my faux hawk, and it would stand up straight. Like that grow out period was not fun. It was.
I remember those.
It was rough. But I kept doing it because I was just like, I'm going to commit to this. And then I did bangs twice, and that wasn't fun either because my bangs didn't want to be styled. And, you know, my hair.
You don't have a very big forehead. You have a, you have a. I actually have a. I never really noticed that. I feel like my forehead's bigger than yours.
But
That's interesting.
So if you have a big forehead, you look better with bangs?
I think so.
Okay. Well, they
Stylists
have
out there,
baby bangs.
help me out here.
Yeah, those baby bangs now.
Baby bangs, yeah. Oh, there's all
kinds of fun.
Yeah.
And I think there's like hair little. Technology is so amazing. There's like little hair stuff that you can play with. Of course, wigs. But you know what? That's what led me on.
What about the spray-on stuff? Like even just play with just the little, because even that's actually some good quality
style.
Oh, okay. I was talking about checking out hair color. Like
I put on this wig that had bangs, and that's what made me feel like I could, but it lied to me because it wasn't my hair.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you have to be a little mindful that your hair's not always going to do the things that technology says, but it gives you an idea.
It does.
Yeah.
It does give you an idea. Every time I see her with her long, beautiful, flowing hair, especially in a recent photograph, I was like, I want hair to blow around, but I don't think I can do it anymore. I think I'm past that long-haired phase.
I don't know. I think you could do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I always...
You look so cute with short hair. Anyone who can pull off that kind of hair, it's like, you kind of want to do it because I don't think a ton of, I mean, I tried to do that and I didn't think it looked as cute.
I thought she was cute, but she does look beautiful with long hair.
Well, and it's easy because I don't like going to get a cut very often. I'm very lazy with my hair. Like, I'm not like a lot of people who like that's where they put their focus.
I think we're both really lazy with hair. We don't like to spend time on it.
That's I'm the worst with both of those things.
I have no nails.
I finally got my nail polish off last night.
Well, and mostly because we're always touching and we're making things and making makeup and stuff like that. So it's like kind of it's just too hard to. And I'm a big gardener, so I mean I'm kind of messy that way.
You're a tomboy.
I am, which is so funny because people don't think that about me. I think I'm tough.
You're tough. But yeah, so it's like, that's another thing about personality, which like goes into style.
Right.
Hair color, I feel like is a little less like obvious what your personality is gonna be. Because I love like blondes that are like kind of mean and serious. Because I'm like, yes, you defy that stereotype. I just love them. I'm like, they're my aspirational person. I'm like, that's just like anyone that. And redheads, that aren't fiery. They're just like super sweet.
Yeah, because they always say redheads are fiery. So
I know, and I never understood that because pretty much every redhead I've met is actually like the most sweet person.
So they're just stories.
I know, it's
just
all
stories.
lies.
Don't get sucked in.
So just do whatever hair color feels right to you.
Yes, but do use colors that are appropriate for you, so you look your
right
cutest.
undertone.
Yeah, make sure you. So when we talk about undertones, what we're talking about is we touched on and we got distracted like we usually do is the fact that I have a more golden undertone and then somebody that has like a rosier undertone. Maybe when we're talking a lot about blondes, but maybe their blonde might have a little more red in it. So
well, it will have more red.
Yeah, right. True.
I mean, that's what it should.
Yeah, it should have more red in it. So like if you're coloring your hair and you have more of a rosy undertone, and make sure that you're not confusing it to an overtone like flushed cheeks, like an actual
rosacea
undertone.
Is not your undertone.
Right. Or like whatever redness that you have in your skin is not necessarily your undertone, it's your overtone. So like actually look at your neck, and
Your body.
Look at your body and look at that color there. And that is how you want to determine what that best blonde color is. Now, if you're going darker, then someone with that cute little, I love those rosy tones. You know I love the rosy tones. You are an amazing candidate for like those chestnut browns. I mean, they're just delightful.
You're
on
a
you.
redhead for sure.
And then if
you
you're
can go redhead.
Right. And then if you're someone that's golden like I am and you really want red hair, then you need to jump out of orange and go to red. Go to your red. And what I used to do, because I used to have really long red hair, I actually really liked that color and I rocked it out for a long time. That was before she was born. And I went with my red tones right here. So I actually used my red tone.
This would be a cute hair color.
Yeah, actually, I think mine was kind of in between these colors here. I went that depth.
Yeah.
And it didn't look this color on my hair because my hair was a darker core base, number one. And then I
Don't know
added.
what that means.
Okay, so like it was a brown, okay? And so then when I put the red on top of it, it still grabbed, it was just a beautiful red. You know, it looked, there was a few people that thought it was natural. Well,
Not to brag or anything.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people think my hair is natural all the time.
Yeah.
I lied. Haha.
Yeah. It's natural hair.
Yeah, it's my
Your
real
hair
hair.
It is your real
they
hair.
think it's my real color.
I know, but do you say that?
Sometimes. It just
Oh.
depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm like, oh yes, thank you. Well, okay, she uses a semi-permanent dye, so I'm never actually sure what my real hair is. That way I don't get intense roots, because my hairstylist knows me. She knows I'm lazy.
You are so spoiled.
Sorry, I forgot to make my next appointment when I was
You
there.
are, yeah.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so if you have any questions about hair, what is it, style, cut,
Yeah, but
and color.
Yeah, we can help somewhat with style.
Oh yeah, we can't really help you with
Yeah.
the cut or the style.
Yeah, like
Wait. Oh yeah, sorry. Value,
yeah, I was
color,
gonna say,
and
let's-
style.
yeah.
Don't come to us for the style.
Yeah.
But the value and the color, we can kind of give a little insight into. Obviously, it's best if you know your colors, because otherwise we're just kind of guessing. It's really hard to just look at someone and know.
I think knowing your skin, I think that, tell me if you disagree. So I'm thinking if you know your skin undertone, that would be a very helpful tip. And then also your red, and even perhaps your red purple, because
Yeah.
those
I mean, if
three-
it's gray though, you're good.
Oh, right.
Because it's
Yeah.
your natural color.
If it's your natural hair color,
And,
right. If
it's
it's
a
your natural
perfect,
hair color,
it's a
this
perfect
isn't an
time to
issue.
go gray, because like
Yeah.
you're not going to see that many people. So
Right. Just go for it.
wear a hat if you have to be on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
A very fabulous
A
hat.
fabulous hat, maybe some feathers. I know. What is the bird thing going on here?
Or be like Moira and get some
Oh.
collection of wigs and name them different things. That's my
Yes.
aspiration. I want that
Maybe
so
we should-
bad. I want a wig wall.
Yes, that would be fun. But they're hot and itchy though. I don't love them.
It's worth it. Beauty is pain sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, send us some pictures. Love it. All the gray goddesses in the world. We
Yes,
love you.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and silver and white.
Yes.
Whatever you're. And if you're like, oh, I really like it, but I am feeling a little old, it's probably a style thing. So
That's true.
that's something
That is
you
absolutely true.
probably shouldn't ask us about, but you should ask your hairstylist, or if maybe they're, I don't know.
But I also have a comment too.
Pinterest.
So, oh yeah, Pinterest is so fun. But I also think too, if you're feeling, I hate the word old, let's say frumpy. If you're feeling frumpy, and you've recently gone gray, a lot of times you might need to revisit your makeup color choices, and not saying that you have to necessarily wear more makeup, but perhaps you need to brighten up your makeup.
Okay, and I know
Maybe
this
it's
is
a
kind
value
of a
issue.
distraction thing, but I think a lot of times it's not that you are looking bad with your makeup suddenly, it's that your makeup was never exactly right.
Oh, that's a good point.
And now that your hair is a neutral gray, it's more obvious. Because sometimes if you've been dyeing, especially if you dye your hair, it's hard to tell. Like, because your hair is throwing you off and everything is getting thrown off because your hair.
Yes, listen to her words. This is truth. Truth, speak it.
And so, I mean, I'll see it sometimes when I'm like looking at, makeup artists. I think because the hair is off, they're thinking someone's a different tone, so they do makeup, and you can tell, like, I mean, maybe they'll bring it down their neck, but you can tell, like, the body is a completely different undertone.
Right.
But they went with the hair, and so,
it could be tricky.
It looks good with the hair, but doesn't look good with the body.
Right.
And your body is just as important as your face.
Yes.
So it's like, when your hair is gray, it's like, oh, now I got a neutral, because when you do the color analysis, you get people in a neutral gray because that's the best way to read it. And so now you're like color analyzing yourself basically,
right,
with your mismatched foundation or your mismatched colors that you're putting on.
I mean, she's absolutely spot on. And then the other thing is too, is like, if you're curious to know if it's off, then have clean face, and take your foundation and make like a swatch right down, and don't blend it in too much. And if it starts to change color, like if it turns red or orange or gray,
if it doesn't look like your skin color,
then you know it's off. And if that's off, then it's kind of hard to fix everything else.
Yes, because a good foundation match doesn't need to be blended in.
Right. So it just, like when I said, just lightly blend it down.
Yeah.
Just enough to just kind of see your skin through. And then the other thing is, a lot of ladies, and not all women of wisdom are the ones that turn gray. Some other women, younger, have turned gray earlier. But I also find that a lot of people are afraid to wear like a bold lip color, and so they're used to wearing like a really light lip. And then they need more contrast. That's what I find too, because they're just so used to not. I don't know. They would let their hair do all the talking for them before, but now it's like you need to do. Like, and you should see you and your color, not your hair shouldn't talk for you. Your makeup shouldn't talk for you. It should be one big picture. And I think, and not to like. Am I saying that right?
I mean, not to like go against what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it correct.
Because I think that you should still look good without makeup on.
Right. I'm not saying you shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm coming across right. Fix my words.
Like, you shouldn't just see, if you're just seeing your hair, I think that also means it's not the right color or undertone.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because like you need to see you and your hair. Like your hair is a part of you. It's not like its own living entity.
I said that at the end.
Although that would be fun if my hair was just like, Medusa hair. But yeah, we don't have Medusa hair. We have hair on our heads.
Yes.
So that's the moral of the story.
Good. Yeah. So, you want to wear your hair, not your hair wear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, we totally went past that. Send us questions, comments, pictures of yourself looking fierce. On the end note, what is the color that you would aspirationally wear a wig in? Because I know you're not going to dye your hair.
Oh, it'd be fun. And also what your Enneagram type is, and what hairstyle you'd like.
For me, it's pink. What about you?
What color would my hair be if I could just change it?
Yeah.
I like pink too. I would do pink.
We're matching pink.
Yeah, I would do a magenta. I just don't want to
matching hair, matching
I've
shoes,
done the magenta.
matching skirts.
Yeah. Yeah, we have matching shoes.
Mom and daughter.
Yeah. On that note.